Filming cars and bikes cinematically is something we see being done more and more on social media nowadays. So I wanted to share a few little tips and tricks that I use to film and edit cars and bikes to hopefully help you level up your content. So the first filming technique that I use, I like to call the gimbal revolve, where you hold your gimbal up like this and you pivot around a point of interest on a car or bike, for example. Let's say the mirror of a car, and then if you were to use stabilized motion in After Effects, you can almost make your shot look like a robotic arm movement because it will be so locked onto that center point and it will be so stable. I like to use this shot when I'm showing off small details around the car or bike, and it can cut together really nicely with some fast-paced music and some speed rounds. The second shot that I would highly recommend you try out is a drone shot. So obviously, yes, you do have to have a drone, but you can have a normal drone or an FPV drone like the DJI FPV that I use. For your normal drone shots, obviously you can have nice big sweeping shots that include the landscape and some really cool follow shots. However, if you want to take it up a notch, obviously using a GoPro on top of an FPV drone will give you some next level imagery, and you can incorporate some really cool car chases into your sequences. I will be doing a full GoPro FPV tutorial in the future and how you can get the best footage out of your GoPro, so stay tuned for that. So the next shot would actually be a POV shot, so you can attach this as a head cam for when you aren't driving in a car, and it gives you a really nice point of view from the driver. Or you can also attach it to a motorcycle helmet with a chin mount, just like on this one here, to give you that rider's point of view. However, if you wanted to get some cool exhaust shots of a car, you could stick this with a little suction mount pointing down at your exhaust, or even at a wheel or anywhere else you think is relevant on the car or the bike. Now, the next really unique shot that I like to get is the 360 roll on a gimbal. That's basically where you have your gimbal set like this, and this pan axis will actually act as a roll axis, and your camera can do a full 360. I use this mainly on cars. I haven't actually tried it with a bike yet, but to get that cool spinning effect on a wheel. And this can actually match cut together really nicely with clips of other cars. Now, you won't get your wheel perfectly central right out of the camera, so you can also use stabilized motion in After Effects to really lock onto the center of the wheel. And the final cinematic shot that I like to use is just the bog standard close-up. So obviously you have to have the correct lens for this. I do use something like the 35mm Samyang on my Blackmagic, and this is close enough. However, you can take it one step further and use something like the 70-200 to really get in there close. Using a long focal length will give you that really nice cinematic image, as everything in the background will be so blurry, and it gives you a really nice opportunity to show off all the little details of a car or bike that people wouldn't usually see. So that concludes this video on how to film cars and bikes cinematically. Hopefully those 5 techniques will be helpful to you, and hopefully you use them out on your next shoot. If you have any questions about the techniques that I have talked about, or if you just wanted to share some techniques that you like to use that I haven't mentioned, then please drop me a comment in the comment section down below. And thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.